Hello everybody, this is V1king Reviews, and today we'll be taking a look at Transformers Legacy Deluxe Class Skullgrin. I picked this guy up, not sure when, I think it was about the time he came out. Taking a quick look at the figure, you most likely noticed his head. He has a giant skull for a head. This is to align with the fact he was a pretender, and his pretender shell was a monster with a skull for a head. He has no lower jaw, so it's just the top of a skull. It is made out of this rubbery plastic, which is why this horn may come off during transformation. As far as I've had it, it's always been like this, and almost all the white parts on here are made of rubber. You can tell it's sort of off-white like this, and these little side skirts. And I think even the legs things in here made of the rubber. You can also see he has a little tail thing attached to this gun turret. For articulation, his head is on a ball joint, which means he can go all the way around. These horn things can move inward, that's mainly for transformation, and this can move down, but also for transformation. The turret can swivel, and the tail thing can move. Arms go 360. They can go just about T-pose. A pretty deep elbow bend. Bicep swivel all the way around. He doesn't have wrist swivels, but he has these fists that fold down. It's good for sword wielders to have, which he does have swords, so that's nice. 360-degree wrist swivel. I can kick forward, kick back. And it's strange here, because leg can also kick out, and then the rubber piece will move to fold out of the way. Then this one, it doesn't. It can't kick out. It's something to do with the rubber. So this leg it's stuck. Knee bend, thigh swivel, ankle goes all the way, or 90 degrees. And if you move this other stuff out of the way, toe bend. So yeah, he has fairly decent articulation. It was hindered by some parts. For accessories, he comes with 2 rubber gun sword things. They're swords because of all the blades, and they're also can be guns, like that. You can plug them onto any of the 5mm ports as guns, or if you really wanted to, swords. You notice that this one right here is a little crooked, so when it goes in his hand, it's a little off, because these are made of a rubberier plastic, and it is warped. If you know any way to fix this warping issue, please let me know. I've been looking for it for quite a couple of my figures. You can also take this end and plug it down here. For underarm sword gun thing. I think it looks pretty nice, though I mainly like to keep them with the swords. And you can display them with the sword loading wrists. He's kind of goofy looking, especially with the skull face. It's more goofy than intimidating. You may notice that there's a little bit of strangeness on the sword hilts. That's because I plugged them in here one time and they came out like this. And so maybe it scratched up a little paint that was in here. I don't know. Anyway, getting down to transformation. Oh, I also forgot this thing can come off. You can't really do anything else with this because of the port and peg. You might be able to put a Minicon on here. I don't know. You might be able to put this on Minicon ports. I don't know. Also, these guns can come off individually, so you can have them wheeled. Or you could also take in these individual guns, plug them into the holes where the other deterrent guns used to be. You could have them look like this, if you wanted to. And then you can have the guns underneath the arms. Is a good way to display them. Come on, there we go. I think that looks kind of cool. Also, according to TF Wiki, these are supposed to look a little bit like hands folded in, meant to emulate the original toy. I don't really see it, but you know, it's there. For vehicle mode, you can leave the normal turn on if you really wish. I'm going to take it off for ease of transformation because it will get in the way. But either way, you take this, just fold it up, that's all it needs to transform. Moving on to the main figure. Fold these in, fold that piece down. Just fold it up for now. Pop out this chest, pop this out, fold this around. This is on the slider. Pop it as far as you can. It'll hopefully try to straighten out. This piece may fall off during transformation. I'll try it. Hope it doesn't, but it probably will. Just sort of leave it like that for now. Let's get the arms in there. Fold the hands. Just straighten them out like that, and they will plug in. There we go. That's the back of the tank thing. It's not wanting to cooperate today. There we go. So yeah, so you just gotta wedge the little skull thing between the shoulders. Just gotta wedge it so it'll lie flat. You fold that back up, move on to the legs. Take these armatures out, fold in these toes all the way down. And then you want to fold this down. You can count as a backwards ab crunch if you really want it to. And just fold up these knees as best you can, but also bringing them forward as well. It's a very squishy transformation. I don't know how else to describe it. Squishy, because of all the rubbery parts. Sort of to mush things together. And we'll come together like that. Hopefully it stays straight. This came off. Come on. I think it's on there, but it may fall off again. Just bring those down and then turn them around so those holes will face out. Then they'll sort of tab onto multiple pegs and ports. There's a tab right there that's supposed to go in that hole. A tab right here is supposed to go into that. Sort of mush there. Don't be afraid if these flex a little bit because they are rubbery. They can take it, hopefully. Come on. Sometimes things don't want to cooperate, but if you've got everything together, it looks something like this. Well then, you're supposed to take this, keep it on, put it on the wrong way. It's a space tank thing. I'm not, it's kind of there. It doesn't roll, there's no wheels, it doesn't roll. I heard the concept art was supposed to have his skull like facing like out, and you can kind of almost emulate that. See a little bit of it with his crotch skull. See a little bit there. Yeah, so the remnants of that idea. For the sword guns, you can plug them in any of the 5mm ports. The instructions say to plug them onto one of these holes. I don't really recommend it because you could end up like this. So if you do, probably just plug them lightly. Those may come undone because they're held on by hopes and dreams. But yeah, for a quick vehicle mode comparison, here he is with last week's review, Legacy Bludgeon. Both of them are pretenders. And both of them can't roll. So, yeah. Overall, this figure is odd. This is probably a 7 out of 10. It may seem a little high, but it's got generally good articulation. Is that the rubber parts kind of suck. And transformation, well, I feel like is decently fun if it was less rubber and less fiddly. Like the skull thing, the horn popping off is fiddly. The mushing this into place is fiddly. This kind of getting in the way is a little bit fiddly. And this not looking entirely correct is a little fiddly. Otherwise, I feel like this is a pretty solid transformation. But it's held back by its rubbery and fiddliness. Otherwise, get this guy if you can, especially if you want to fill out your Decepticon Pretender collection. If you just want the mold, they remolded this into Legacy Quake. I heard it's got kind of the same thing. I don't have it, but the tank mode is different. I don't think it has wheels, so it still doesn't roll. But it's basically the same mold. So, yeah. That is it for today's review. Next review is going to be a 2-pack review. Well, technically 3-pack. I will be reviewing the Doom and Destruction, Chop Shop, and Barrage 2-pack. Until then, V1king out.